Welcome to week 4 of the Replies, where we break down the most head-turning moments each week of the Big Ten football season. I'm your host, Emily Ehman, with former Buckeye Joshua Perry and former Husker Kenny Bell. Guys, let's get things rolling.
Fake it to Simmons. Thorne, a pocket, throws, up in the air. Hayward catches, breaks away, still fighting, still in bounds, and finally shoved out near the 10.
First up, we have defenders taking L's left and right. Some crazy good stiff arms, and then Connor Hayward just plowing through defenders, looking straight disrespectful. Joshua, if this happens to you in a game, how do you recover?
I'm going home. There is no recovery. If I get disrespected like that on the football field, I'm turning in my equipment, I'm hanging up the cleats, and I'm asking coach for a one-way bus ticket back home. I mean, these cats were just, I don't even know what to say about it. I mean, these dudes on offense were just giving it to the D.
Yeah, I mean, the entire day too. Garrett Wilson with this stiff arm. I mean, it was everybody. Connor Hayward ran through half the Nebraska defense, and it was honestly brutal to watch. Tyler Goodson got some. I mean, it was just a phenomenal effort from offensive players being physical with defensive players. And I mean, that if there's anything to be said about that, it's honestly the epitome of the Big Ten.
At first glance here, you might think this is a picture of Spartan kicker Matt Coughlin with his son or something, but nope, it's just a side-by-side showing how much 6 years of college football can age you. Kenny, I know you spent 5 years playing. Is this how you felt, that you aged that much from start to finish?
I don't know if I aged that much. I mean, the 4.5 years I was there at Nebraska, it definitely felt like a long time, but 6 years, this kid, it looks like Van Wilder. Like, I bet this dude drives a golf cart around campus. Yeah, so great photo, though, and hats off to Sparty Football for tweeting that. That's good stuff. That's good content right there.
Okay, so in the first photo, this dude does not even have a singular follicle upon his face.
Rosy
and
cheek.
then yes, looking like he's in middle school, getting ready to ask the girl to the winter dance. And then you get to this final one, and he looked like he hibernated in the woods for about 5 or 6 years, came out a grown man. It is absolutely wild.
Yeah, from prom to lumberjack in 6 years.
Next up, we have Michigan defensive end Aiden Hutchinson giving his best Conor McGregor impression. Hutchinson's having a heck of a season so far. He's tied for third in FBS right now with 5.5 sacks after picking up another one last weekend against Rutgers. Joshua, how has he been so consistently dominant every weekend?
Just it's a confidence that he has in his game that you can see it playing out. I mean, he's doing the swag walk right there. That's the confidence, but it's also the work that he's put in too. And you just seen him take these steps in his career, and now you put the confidence with the work, and what you get is the production. And he's earned the right to celebrate like that. The dude is balling out right now.
Man, I can tell you this right now. There is no better time to be a Boilermaker than right now. There's no better time. And there's no better time to be playing Boilermaker football than right now.
Next up, the legend made it back to West Lafayette last weekend. Drew Brees gave the pump-up speech to the Boilers, which clearly worked after now they're 3-1 for the first time since 2012. Kenny, I don't know about you, but this speech got me pumped up.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you got a legend like Drew Brees to come hype you up before the game, I mean, what an honor, right? This guy is arguably one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. And for him to take the time and come back and speak to his alma mater, I mean, those kind of things maybe to the outside world seem just really cool. But I mean, as a player, having a guy that has walked in those shoes, in those locker rooms, in that meeting rooms, in those same exact buildings as you, and then has taken it to the level that Drew Brees has, for him to come back and speak words into you prior to you going out to play a home game, I mean, your hair would be on fire. I'm getting tingly. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. I mean, what a cool experience the Boilermakers had.
Yeah, I mean, you think about the history of that program too, just to kind of crystallize that for the players in that locker room so they can really feel that, I think is really cool. My time at Ohio State, Urban didn't really like bringing in the guest speakers, but he brought in LeBron James one time. And I thought that was super cool because here was like one of the greatest to ever do it in any sport who was a fan of us. trying to pump us up, which was awesome. And LeBron and Drew Brees got a little thing in common with that hair. They figured out where that fountain of youth came from just in terms of that hairline. So good for both of them.
You said you didn't bring in guest speakers, then you throw and he brought in LeBron James.
Right.
Just casual. LeBron was in town, wanted to stop by and make a couple remarks.
Just a pop in by the GOAT right there.
False start. Offense. Everyone except the center.
We've been hitting on each week how refs have been taking L's this season, but they finally got a little taste of revenge here in the Ohio State game last weekend, where literally everyone on Akron false started except the center. Joshua, I couldn't help but laugh when I saw this, but credit to your Bucks. I mean, you got to feel pretty good after this one.
Yeah, they got back on track. I think it was really good. These moments with the officials are hilarious. Everyone except the center, he's the one who would be snapping the ball. So I guess that makes a little bit of sense there. And then my guy right here, been in the weight room. He is as swole as can be for an official. You got to stay limber out there, I guess, when you're refereeing these games.
He's been watching the mayhem and the carnage that's been going on with these referees. He decided to get in the gym, make sure he looked good on camera, and to make sure no one was going to punk him coming across the middle, man.
Thank you all for watching week 4 of the Replies. We'll see you next week, and thank you for watching.